Okay, so for my group project, my team was looking for a correlation between healthy eating and getting better grades in school. And so the problem that we chose to address um, was unhealthy eating habits at NC State. And so students either have to eat low quality fast food at places like Tally, or they have to fill up on, pizza or pasta buffets at one of the various dining halls on campus. Um, we established that people come to college in hopes of educating themselves and improving their lives. And one of the worst things that a college could do is to take that thirst for education and introduce unhealthy eating habits into the students' lives, especially when that unhealthy eating can be avoided. So our objective is pretty simple. It's to convince the upper management at NC State to improve the quality of food at dining areas. And we hope that after the plan is implemented, the increase in food quality and student health would result in increase in academic performance among students. So you can see you got the little spinach and A equals a plus. So for our background, um, our team was researching the dining halls at NC State, and we discovered that NCSU labels certain healthy food options as wolf approved, and these foods are supposed to be healthier than alternatives. However, we found a couple issues, and the first is the fact that these healthy foods are spread throughout the dining hall at different dining stations. And through our observation of students at dining halls, most students will get their entire meal from one station. So this means that most students, on average, are not going to give themselves the opportunity to create a complete healthy meal because they'd have to go to all these different stations to collect a full healthy meal. Our team also discovered through our surveys that students who typically ate food off campus had slightly higher GPAs than students who typically ate food on campus. And so this correlation, while obviously not causal, um, helps highlight sort of our hypothesis that eating healthy generates better grades and that the food options at NC State are not quite adequate. Okay, so our solution to the problem is not simply to make the food healthier. Many of the students we surveyed felt that healthy foods were already available at dining halls anyway. Our team wants to start by educating students about healthy eating and then providing those students with healthy eating options that are just as appealing as their unhealthy counterparts. It is also important for NC State to reduce or eliminate heavily processed foods from their dining halls. That's one of the big things we ran into, that these foods are super processed. So even if you're giving students a healthy alternative, um, most of the time that healthy alternative actually is full of salts and preservatives that you don't want. Um, it's also worthy to note that NC State is a university that specializes in agriculture and has local farms that can be easily accessed to help introduce super fresh, super healthy, unprocessed food to students. Okay, so just to conclude, in order to ensure that students at NC State have the best chance at being healthy, we need to educate the student body about healthy eating and then provide students with convenient, appealing, healthy eating options. Um, We expect that the project will result in a 30% increase in total dining costs for NC State in order to ensure that the changes to the dining system truly do help students to live healthier lives. So just to close up, I do have some challenges and questions. So a potential obstacle that our team ran into is that we did survey directly from students, and so those survey results could be biased. Um, So it appeared through our surveys that students agreed that eating habits impact academic performance, but we would have to do a lot more research to actually confirm that hypothesis. That's why I have the correlation versus causation on there. We do have some correlational data, but it would be very difficult for us to actually provide a cause for that data and actually prove that students' eating habits are impacting their grades. Uh, okay, another thing that we ran into that was a huge problem for the team is that a lot of students already felt that NC State dining offered healthy eating alternatives. And we went into a little bit of detail about how the dining areas, healthy eating is super spread out and it makes it very difficult for kids to get a complete healthy meal. But that was one of the issues that a lot of people already felt that there are healthy options there, but students just don't choose them. And so that's why we have this next question is that even if you implement these healthy eating changes and you spend this money to try to educate kids on healthy eating, how do you actually convince the kids to take advantage of those new opportunities? All right. That's going to be all for my presentation.